It is the last day of the first term. Are you excited for the Christmas holidays?
Yeah.
I know lots of you have been interested in asking how he's getting on. So basically, when he found things hard, he ran. Is that the way to deal with things?
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
Frosty. Good morning, everyone. It is the last day of the first term of Adam's year 3 at his new school, so the last day of your full term. Yeah, you've just finished your first term here. It is very cold. The car is currently defrosting, de-icing.
Yeah.
Yes, and are you excited for your last day? I think you're going to have a fun day at school.
Yeah.
So to say thank you, Adam has got a couple of gifts for some of the staff. His teacher has actually been off, like, long-term absent, because she's not very well. So we actually haven't got his teacher something because he's had supply teachers covering. But Adam has a one-to-one in the morning, and she's amazing, isn't she? Yeah. You like her a lot, don't you? Yeah, and she's really helped Adam. So we've got her something, haven't we? And we've also got the head teacher something too. Do you want to show everyone what you've got them? You made cards yesterday, you spent a long time making some homemade Christmas cards yesterday for both of them, which was nice. So what have you got the head teacher first? What's in there? A bottle of wine, bottle of red wine, lovely, careful of the card. That's very kind of you. And what have you got your one-to-one then?
It's going to be very pretty.
It is very pretty, isn't it?
And it's full of lovely flowers.
So be very gentle with it. Ooh, there we go. Some beautiful flowers. Nice and Christmassy, wintry ones. So I think I'm going to have to get out and scrape the car, which I really hoped I didn't have to do. And then I'm going to drop them off at school. Are you excited for the Christmas holidays?
Yeah. The party. Look at that shine.
Minus freaking 6. Hi guys, so back from dropping Adam at school now. I've been back for about an hour or so. I've just been editing a video and getting that ready to go up because we're actually going away this weekend. We're going to stay with Kareem down near London. But yeah, today was Adam's last day of term, and I'll get him to come and chat to you all about his new school when I pick him up from school later. But I know lots of you have been interested in asking how he's getting on, so I thought I'd sit down and chat to you all about that and how it's been going. But before I do that, I just wanted to remind you all that there are 5 days left to enter our raffle. The link is in the description box and in the pinned comment, and we'd really love for you to enter. There are 3 prizes up for grabs. The grand prize is £1,000 or whatever currency depending on where you live. The second prize is the drawing that Adam did of Ugandan animals, and the third prize are some AirPod Pros. So yes, we'd love for you to enter. We'll be doing their live draw on the 23rd of December at 6 PM, I think we said 6 PM. We'll be going live a few minutes before that. So yes, please do enter. You can enter from anywhere in the world as long as you have a bank card. But yes, there are 3 prizes up for grabs, and we can't wait to announce the winners. So yes, go and do that before you continue watching this video. Anyway, about how Adam is getting on in his new school, I'll start by saying I'm honestly really pleased, and I do feel like I made the right decision. Obviously I was so anxious about this earlier in the year. I just wasn't sure what to do. I spoke to you all about how my hair was just falling out, and I was just, yeah, I was very stressed about the decision. It felt like such a big change to make for him, and I just wasn't sure what the right thing to do was, but I do feel like I have made the right decision. But in saying that, it has not been all hunky-dory at all. It has not been you know, completely smooth, which is what we expected. We didn't expect it to be smooth. Now, for people who know anything about adopted children and children that have experienced trauma, you may have heard of fight or flight or fight, flight, freeze, which is a sort of a response to certain situations, or when a child feels, the child might not even know why they're doing it, but if they feel in danger of some in some form, but that doesn't mean like someone's out to hurt them. That can be transition times, things they're unsure of. Like, there's so much, it's just so complex. But basically the situation is that children who have experienced trauma struggle to handle their emotions, and what often happens is when a scenario presents itself, they either fight, flight, which is run off, or freeze, which is just like shut down. Now Adam I've never seen him freeze ever. It's just not his way of coping with things. Funnily enough, Tally has always been a freezer, but the other two Adam has done, and through our difficult summer, those were things that were happening a lot more often. Usually the fight reaction is something that's saved for me, but in school and in his new school, the flight reaction happened quite a lot. So basically when he found things hard, he ran. And this actually happened in the first school he went to as well. So I actually was kind of anticipating it, and I knew that when he's just getting, you know, it's a new place, he's not sure of it yet. I also feel like he wanted to like sort of test what the boundaries were and see how the people there were going to react and how they were going to look after him and if they were going to keep him safe. So yeah, there were quite a few situations where he tried to get out of the school and things like that, but I wasn't that worried about it because the school dealt with it so well. They just put an action plan in straight away. I mean, they were concerned because obviously they want to keep him safe. They don't want him getting off school property or endangering himself, and of course want him to be in class learning, but they just knew what to do. And I think that's partly because they've had children that have experienced trauma before, and they're just a trauma-informed school, so they knew exactly what to do. And it was, so the first half term was a bit up and down, but since half term it's been going so well, so no problems. They say it's completely settled in. I had a meeting the other day with the head teacher and his one-to-one, because Adam has a one-to-one in the mornings, and yeah, they said it's been transformative, and he's completely, the head teacher was saying, as I'd predicted, but I'd hoped rather than predicted, that it would start like that and then it would really settle, and it has. And I guess the really good news is Adam loves going to school, and every morning he gets up and he goes in without a fuss, and that was something we struggled with at his other school. And yeah, it's just, honestly, I'm really happy with how it's going. I think we've only ever had 2 mornings where he wasn't wanting to go in, and one of those was actually just the second ever day, and I feel like that's because the first day was novelty and was fun, and then he was probably a bit nervous for the second day. But honestly, I'm just so pleased. I just really like the school. They have a much bigger variety of children there. I thought you may find that interesting, and again, I'm always a bit wary of how much to share, but it's such a normal thing for adopted children to react that way with the fight or flight or freeze. And so I thought it would be interesting for me to share that with you all, and share that, yeah, that's some of the difficulties that we have and some of the things we need to work through with him. Yeah, and just the important thing is making sure he's safe and keeping him safe. But yeah, the school have done a fantastic job of that. The only thing really that hasn't been going very well at the school is, unfortunately, his class teacher has been really, really poorly and on long-term like leave, like leave of absence, whatever it's called. Hopefully she'll be back after Christmas. It hasn't affected Adam that much because he does have that one-to-one in the mornings, so he hasn't, it's been alright, to be honest. But yeah, that's why we didn't have a gift or a card for his teacher this morning, because she's not been around. But we of course wanted to get one for his one-to-one because she is amazing, and Adam has such a good relationship with her. And then I just feel like the head teacher is the reason, well, part of the reason why that school is just so good, and Adam really, really respects him and really likes him. So head teachers can sometimes be overlooked, can't they, with gifts and things. So we just wanted to say thank you. And I've had a couple of meetings now with the head teacher. Obviously it's a big school with lots of children, so I really appreciate that, you know, he makes the time to meet with me as well. And his one-to-one has said we can meet as often as as I like for her to let me know how things are going. So yes, really pleased. The communication is great, and yeah. So now really, now the behaviour has settled, I guess the big thing to focus on is the academic side of things. Now I don't want to be over positive because I'm sure we are going to get, you know, things are going to come up and we will have lows again at some point. There'll be a huge transition when he goes up to the next year group, and I know at his school now it's a little bit, it kind of prepares them quite well for secondary, I think, because every year they don't necessarily follow up with their same class because there's 2 classes per year group. Each year they mix the kids back up again, so each year the kids will be in a class with some of the same children but some different ones. So obviously it's a big change then when he goes up to the next year group, but I do feel like it's getting them used to that sort of way of doing things ahead of secondary, so I also think it's quite good. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see how he copes with that, but obviously also gives him a chance to make friends with children in the other class, so yeah, that'll be interesting. I have to say, Adam got invited to a birthday party of one of the little boys in his class, and we went a couple of weeks ago. And my boy is growing up too quickly, honestly, so basically at one point the DJ said to all the children there, like, get into pairs, and everyone, like, boys went with boys and girls went with girls, apart from Adam, who went running across the dance floor, and this other girl went running as well, and they ran into each other's arms as a girl from his school, and they just danced together the whole time. They were holding hands, had hands around each other's waists. I was like, I can't deal with this, he's only 8. And Adam just already loves girls, and there was about 6 girls that would just not leave him alone and were following him around the whole party. And Molly says at his dance it's exactly the same. Yeah, I can't cope with that, I'm not ready. He's 8, he's not 16, he's not supposed to be so interested in girls yet. But yeah, I'm just checking my email because after the meeting I had the other day, the head teacher sends through an email very quickly. They're really on it there, honestly. Just because I expressed some concerns that Adam's been having. I think his self-esteem is not the highest at the moment, and he's just been saying some things that have been a bit upsetting, and I wanted them to know, and they are planning to work on it as well. And they said that, you know, his one-to-one does a huge amount of affirmation every day, but they're going to see if they can do any additional specific self-image work to help him explore the uniqueness of his heritage and the beauty of himself and his life, which isn't that absolutely lovely? Yeah, and that school really takes such a holistic approach to everything, and obviously they want children to do well academically, but they really do care about the children in every way, like emotionally, socially. And yeah, so I'm really pleased. I think I made the right decision. I guess time will tell. Anyway, I've rambled on for quite a while, so I will stop and I will catch up with you again when I pick Adam up later. He's home from school. How was your last day of term?
Awesome.
Awesome. What did you do today?
I'm painting.
Painting. What did you paint?
I remember we didn't do quite painting. It was similar.
Similar to painting?
Yeah, it was a bit like painting.
So I was thinking we can talk to everybody about how your new school's going. Yeah?
It's going.
So what do you think of your new school? What can you tell me about it?
Awesome.
It's awesome, is it?
The best school.
Okay, that's a good answer.
I just love school now.
But then you love school now, but I do have a question. Yeah?
Yeah.
What don't you like about school, about the new school? What don't you like?
I love everything in that school.
That's very positive. Fabulous.
I don't even hate anything in that school.
Oh,
I just
lovely.
love that school so much.
Oh, that is such a good answer. That makes me very happy. What has been your favourite day since you started that school? What has been your best day at that school?
The best day is having fun and doing.
Yeah, but is there a day that you remember that was a really good day?
Today I remember when we did some painting with the teacher. No, I actually remember the day when we like made those card things like under like a windmill. You know,
you made
like
what?
those things, yeah, where people go up and down.
Seesaw.
Yeah,
Seesaw.
we made a seesaw.
Oh wow.
We made a seesaw out of paper. No, I think it was.
You're doing lots of DT, aren't you? Design and technology at this new school. Yeah, you
And
enjoying
then
that?
we tested it to see if it worked, and we had to put a tiny bit of glue on it to keep it nice and straight.
Now, here's a question more about you, right? What good choices have you made at this new school?
The thing which I made them good choices. The good choices are I don't run off, I stay safe, and I importantly want to keep safe. And today I'm lucky because you know those boys, one of my friends, I got to go in their room and I got to watch a movie with them. And I got, especially when I had popcorn.
Popcorn? I mean, the end of term is fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, well, they're good choices that you've been making. Because maybe what not so good choices did you make?
So, bad choices before, like, I was not quite good. Because the first time I went to school, it was bad. Bad. I kept running off the fast. The fast boy
Is that the way to deal with things when we're not happy?
The way to deal with things if you're not happy, to tell the teacher, or just stay calm and just don't get angry and just keep calm.
Or if you tell the teacher, they'll help you, won't they?
Yes, but it's not good to run off if you don't tell a teacher.
Why is it not good to run off?
It's because they might be bad guys in school.
Well, hopefully not in the school. But
No.
You never know outside. But
You never know what can happen to you.
It's to keep you safe. That's why you need
It's
to
to
stay
keep me
safe.
safe and to keep me healthy.
Yes. And also, if you're running off, you're not doing any what?
Work.
And then you're not learning. Have you made new friends at this school?
Yes.
Yes. And do you play with them at lunchtime?
Yeah.
What do you like to play at lunchtime?
I love to play football.
Football. You play a lot of football at this new school, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got really into his football recently.
I'm trying to learn how to play football.
Yeah, he's been a little bit disappointed that football, like for his football team's been cancelled a bit recently because it's been so cold. Why are you closing your eyes? And my final question for you then is, Adam. Yeah. Are you happy at your new school?
I am happy because of my mummy.
Oh, but at your
She gets me ready and she makes me get in time, so it's mummy who makes me
I try and get you there on time.
Yeah, and it's all mummy.
But
it's mummy.
It's not just all me, is it? You've got some very special teachers at school as well.
It's you and the
look after
teacher.
you.
You're special to me, mummy.
That's because you are special to all of us.
And all of you are special to me because you help me do everything I want to. And you're the best mummy.
Oh, you're being lovely today.
It's my
right,
mummy.
shall we end this video here?
Yeah, let's end this video
Right,
here.
what are the things we need to say to everybody?
Subscribe.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah. And give a big thumbs up. Bye.
Bye guys!